Welcome back to Patrick's Parabox. I'm Dear Darling, and together we'll step into a world in a world in a world in a world where we're learning, or have learned, I suppose, about the infinitesimal. Where basically, if we set it up such that we'll be stepping into an infinitely small space, we get sent to the infinitesimal dimension. Now, interestingly over here, is it seems like they want us to make our own infinitesimal. So we probably want to be here. Oh, I forgot how walls work. So we want essentially this, right? And when we walk into it, we're now infinitesimal. It gives us a block. Wonderful. So it really doesn't need much. It basically just needs something to contain itself on the outer step in the middle, because then you'll walk into it and it needs to be braced against something. That's how you reliably recreate an infinitesimal. But the infinitesimal is still level, so you can still do stuff like this with it, which is interesting. It's gonna go crazy when we get infinity and infinitesimal on the same thing. So, I mean, that's the only way we can get into it. No, it's not, actually. Because we can do this to get into it, and then we can walk back into the other side. I should have pushed it out, and then do it. That gets us over there. Okay, I got it. I'm getting it. The hang of it is been got, maybe. Now that's crazy. Whoa, we can walk into the infinitesimal, but we can't walk into infinity. Does that make sense? Why does that make sense? Why can we not walk into the infinity clone, but we can walk into the infinitesimal? Well, it's not a clone, I suppose. Maybe that's why. Because the infinity one is always a clone of its own level one. The infinity is more like a pocket dimension. Well, okay, I don't actually know what the goal is here. Like, obviously, this is a very clear setup for an infinitesimal entranceway, but I don't see really why. Oh, this also suggests that in future levels we might have infinitesimals we can't walk into, because if this didn't have this, like if this was a wall where Patrick was at the moment, if I walked down into this, I wouldn't be able to walk into it, surely. Anyway, what's the point of this? I don't really know. Like, how does this help us get this? Oh. Oh no, hold on, this is complicated. The general idea is we want to eat this part with the infinitesimal, right? And then we'll walk in. And then that's why it's shaped like this, and then that's how we solve a level. And doing that might be a little bit harder than anticipated. It's probably what this block is for, actually, now I look at it. That's why we have 3 blocks instead of 2 blocks, got it. Because I was like, we only need 2 blocks to set up the infinitesimal. But so we can nom make the infinitesimal. How without trapping it? Put the block underneath. Use it as a cushion. To do the nom, make the infinitesimal. Eat this block. Send it to the infinitesimal realm. And then walk in ourselves. Okay, gotcha. Enough to move to the next world, but of course we are not. No ASCII world here, which is reassuring in some sense. Okay, let's see what this infinitesimal world's like. Okay, we had to do this 3 times, it seems. I'm a little bit concerned because that thing is in the corner over there. Oh, and we have to get back out. Okay, also an interesting point. So we have to enter infinity in 3 different ways. That's interesting because we can definitely do this. and get it out, but then how do we do anything else? That's probably why you don't push it up against the wall that quickly. We do 1, 2, 3. Wait, does that make sense? 1 from the top, 1 from right. Walk in, push it up, 1 from underneath. Okay, I think so. 1 from the top. It works if we do it this way around, right? Yeah, 1 from right. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, I don't want to do it like that, I see. Because then we can't teleport back. 1 from right. Walk out. And then we want to do 1 from underneath. Like this. Push it up. I don't know why I did it like that. What am I doing? So presumably there's multiple ways to do that one. If we can do it 4 different ways. Interesting. Okay, infinitesimal. What do you look like? That's a weird one. Probably we want to do this right and then walk into the right. I don't really know how we make the infinitesimal. We want to walk into the right, so we want to brace it against that. That will push us in. We want to get out. We want to bring it out of the level itself. Something I always forget, bring it up at the top. I am starting to realize that infinitesimal levels have very, very rigid level structures. Otherwise, like, because they need to actually make it possible for you to make infinitesimal. So we just need to get to the infinitesimal. Right. Let's see what's going on here. We just basically need to get all these blocks out so we can brace it against the thing and make an infinitesimal. I didn't mean to do it like this, but I guess this will work. When we push it in there, that's now an infinitesimal step and we can walk out. I wonder if that will come back to bite the infinitesimal levels a bit if they ended up being this. If it's true that they end up being so slightly restricted. So what do we want to do? We want to enter an infinitesimal from the left. Is this all red herrings? What's going on here? I feel like I'm underthinking this. So this is just to brace it, basically. And then we leave a space on the left so it can actually walk in. Yeah, I didn't think about it doing it to the right. That's just making sure you choose the right side, otherwise you're infinitesimal to the wrong side. Oh, a clone is in here. Interesting. Oh no, it's a wait. Yes, it's a second clone. And it's got infinitesimal setups on all sides. Which sounds crazy. Because how... 1, 2, 3... So we have to basically get this clone out. How? I think we walk into the... 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3... That looks like 4. So we need to walk into the infinitesimal from the top to begin with. Which we'll do like this. To get that clone out from the wall. And then in similar fashion, we want to put it here. And we want to make an infinitesimal to the right. Okay, this is not actually too hard. It's basically doing the same thing 3 times over, I think. Sorry, that's the left. I literally said the right and then I constructed it on the left for some reason. Ah, how do we get out? Wait. Wait, how did we create an infinitesimal? Oh, I see. So we need to undo this infinitesimal first. But, to be fair, that's a bit tricksy. We just had to create any other well, we don't even need to create an infinitesimal. No, we do have to create an infinitesimal. It has to be one from the top, actually. So we can be behind it. And now we can actually walk into the clone, into the level without it breaking. Now we need to do it from above. Sorry, from below. Like walk in to it. Like that. Push it out. Yes. Sorry, I got mind flooded there for a moment. I was like, where am I? The level transitions sometimes do make it very confusing when everything's the same colour. I'm just like, am I in the right level? I don't even know anymore. Okay, that one wasn't too bad. It was just doing the same thing over and over. This one looks like it's scary because we have a walled piece, and I find a walled piece is very scary in this game. We don't even have an infinity. Okay. So the ultimate goal is we get a block here and we walk out of it. If we need to make an infinitesimal, that sounds quite difficult. Feels like we can make an infinitesimal like this somehow. It's a clone, but there's no level block, which is interesting. Does that even make sense? I'm not sure. No, like this. Then we push it into position first, and what? We walk into it. That makes it an infinitesimal. We can walk out. We pushed it into itself, which is not great, I would say. No. No. How do we get that back way? Okay, so the ultimate goal. We've done this. We can walk in, we can get the infinitesimal. We want to get the infinitesimal out, though. So we want to push it into the clone. Problem is, if we push it into the clone right now, it's gonna break. So we need to do that. Problem is, if we do this... How do we get the infinitesimal out again? We basically, if the infinitesimal wants to be here, we need to remake the infinitesimal and walk into it, I think. The alternative is we can try and get the wall here and brace against ourselves, but I think that might be impossible. So I just got to figure out what to do at this step, right? Which is just push it out normally. Yeah, fair. And then we get the infinitesimal into position. And then we reset up the infinitesimal. Then we walk into it. And we good. Okay. Definitely took some finessing to get that into position, but we did it. Here we go. Infinity and infinitesimal. How do we even get into the infinitesimal? Okay, so this one we have to do. There's only one infinitesimal we can make, I suppose. And that's putting this here. To get the block out. And then we push, that's what we need infinity for, to push a level out. Push it out of itself again like that. Oh my gosh. It's too many mechanics on top of each other makes this very difficult to think through reasonably. What does the infinitesimal look like? Okay, it's a crosswork block. Why is there a clone in there? I don't really know where to start. Probably getting the level is a good idea. Then we can very easily get the infinite level. Okay, this is not too bad. This is basically a test of can we figure out how to get each of these out. This lets us get the clone, which will hopefully let us get the final thing, which is the infinity. Which needs to be this way around. Whoops. Question. This can be either way around, right? I could have put the level down there and the clone here. Both work, don't they? Yeah. This one, we can use a infinite to get it out a lot easier, maybe? No, it should be the same. Hold on, I'm trying to think. This against here would... No, that push against the level. Okay, I see. Yeah, so it would have been the same either way. So it's basically every form of a level it can take. That's actually quite a fun one. I'm not gonna lie. Gosh. Okay. No, wait, maybe this is not as bad as I think it is. I find it weird that we're the level. But this looks like we need to basically brace and... This is going to be on the wrong side though, isn't it? Yeah, we need it... Can we do it up, down, maybe? Once we push it into itself. What does that mean? I don't know. Up, down, down, up, up. Eat one of them down. And then walk out. Okay. It's getting complicated. Okay, and we need to make an infinity, and we need to make... How do we make an infinity with this? The infinitesimal part should be easy. Right, we can just do this, visit infinitesimal, walk out, boom. How do we make infinity? Oh, we do it the other way around, right? We put the level inside of itself. That's interesting. How do we do that? Wait. No, we had to do that to get out. It does feel like we should make infinitesimal first. I can't tell you why, it just feels like it. Thing is, we can't push anything into this now. That was also a really terrible way to push out the clone. But we need a clone to be pushed into this, but this... Maybe it is right to do infinity first. We do both at the same time. This sets up both infinity from one angle and infinitesimal from the other. Clever. Very clever. Okay. That wasn't too bad. That was definitely, I think... I don't know if that's time proves it, but that feels like the hardest world so far for me. Is this a final world? Why is this here? Multi-infinite. What the? That's a concept of making a multi-infinity. Right. We stumbled across that last time, so I was gonna say, I bet there's multi-infinity levels. Right. Well, We'll have to deal with that, I think, next time. So, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Patrick's Parabox. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.